Montez Ford's on the scene!
Around again, running this engine back around again to what they call the YouTube machine. And we had to spin the block on y'all to talk about the subject of Montez Ford opening up, expressing his frustrations with WWE and the handling of the Street Profits in his latest tweet. And man, did my man open up a can of worms, bro. I mean, my God, he definitely dove right into this, and he held back no punches. I mean, he went about it respectfully because, you know, he's still within the company himself, right? He's still employed via the company. But he was bold with this statement, and I'm pretty sure most of you will agree with it, just like I do. And quite honestly, before we even go into the tweet, I don't blame him for feeling that way. I mean, I'm just saying, I do not blame him for feeling this way. I mean, the Street Profits, man, they will just not be in the same limelight or, you know, held in the same regards to like a Bloodline or DIY, or, you know, at the time they were going up against people like the Brawling Brutes, and, you know, it's just the stop and start pushes. You know, they haven't got the tag team belts in quite some time. Or, you know, when there are a contendership for it, they always got to eat an L, you know, or like when they have a push with Bobby Lashley and stuff when he was there, it just didn't work out because the fans actually liked them too much, you know. And then it's like Triple H realized, like, oh, okay, so since I can't turn him heel, since I can't keep him heel, I'm gonna turn him back face or whatever. And it was just like, stop, start, you know, pull, push, and, you know, he's sick of it. He's sick and tired of it, and I know he's ready for a singles run. I know, everybody knows. But let's dive into this tweet, man, because this is going to show you just how frustrated he's been, which I'm sure you guys have seen this article about he was possibly going to receive some punishment for it. This actual article, the same article, debunks that rumor that he was going to receive punishment for this tweet. So I found this article in the Google machine, man. Had to delete Twitter for the week, you know, so I didn't see the tweet when it happened. I'm following Montez Ford, but I didn't see the tweet when it happened because, you know, I deleted Twitter for some time, man. It's just become a fucking cesspool lately, right? It's just way too sexualized, and, you know, people are going back and forth, arguing and stuff. It's just geeks and AEW nerds just in their feelings and stuff, man. And Twitter has just become a cesspool, so I need a break, bro. But I did find this article on the Google machine saying that he may have received some punishment for it. But we can just go ahead and debunk that rumor right now, because I'll leave the link to the article down below, which debunks that rumor. But my question is, will this have some type of repercussions? I doubt it. I doubt it highly, because I still think Montez is respected in that company. But going over the actual tweet, guys, Montez, he says, like, you've got new faces showing up on the scene, right? Okay? And our audience naturally tends to forget what we've done and how we've done it in the now. It is at the point where it's been almost 4 years since we've been tag team champions. I'm not gonna lie and say I don't sit here and watch all the comments and everything. I watch everything. We're not in conversations when it comes to top tag teams. We're not in conversations when it comes to anything wrestling related, besides getting handled by the Bloodline. And that doesn't sit well with me. So as well as it is going in terms of being my dream job, it is enjoying as it is frustrating. And I was in his interview via the Daily Mail, it shows. So once again, I'll drop the link down below to the article, guys. And you can go ahead and read that for yourself. But, man, there's a lot to pick apart here, bro. There is a lot to pick apart here. And I'll start with what he says, or when he says and mentions, you know, his feud with the Bloodline. You know, they've been eating L's to the Bloodline for 4 years straight. He is right about that. And that's just not right. And let's talk about the elephant in the room, too. Not Montez Ford, but his partner, Angelo Dawkins, who I think even had a singles run way back down in NXT long before Montez himself came on the scene. which I think he was doing like his curse of greatness gimmick, whatever the fuck you want to call it, man. If you want to call that a gimmick, then fine. I don't really think it was anything but a cool nickname, bro. He didn't live that sort of gimmick, it just was not him. But he was kind of rusty to me back down to NXT. Dawson, he's improved now on the main roster, especially in the last year or so. He's improved his in-ring work, but let's keep it real, y'all. Y'all know where I'm going with this. Everybody with a brain cell knows where the Prince is going with this. Y'all know. Say it with me, guys. Y'all ready? Come on, let's say it in unison. Angelo Dawkins is holding Montez Ford back. All right. I think we all know this already. Everybody with a brain knows this already. And that's no knock on Dawson, bro. That's no knock on Angelo Dawkins. He's good at what he does, but his craft is just not where Montez Ford's craft is. And I think that, personally speaking, I think Montez Ford should have been a single star about a year or two ago when he hulked up, when he buffed up in the gym. The second that he got buffed up in the gym and we were entering the 3H's era for real, like when Vince was all the way gone, that should have been the moment that 3H should have capitalized, and he didn't. And that sucks, because Triple H has to know and realize when you see talent that can thrive on their own, he's got to do a better job of doing that, man. You know what I mean? Like, rip Dragon Lee away from LWO, right? You gave him vignettes, you gave Dragon Lee promos, but yet you're not doing anything with him. So that's stop, start with LWO even. So that's just a pure example I'm using. So going back to Montez Ford and the Street Profits, dude, they were not really getting the limelight that they were looking for, right? They were treated as an afterthought in ring. Every time they actually had a matchup against somebody, you never counted on them to actually win or come out the winners of said outcome. Even when they linked up with Bobby Lashley, you know what I mean? He turned them heel, and then it's like that heel run didn't go so well, only for about 2-3 weeks tops, if even. And they were babyface before you knew it. They came back out dancing and skipping and hopping all over again, man. It was a jolly old good time again. And Montez Ford is ready to be taken serious. He's not ready to be, he doesn't want to be a jester-like character anymore, man. And I think the reason why they kept him in his tag team is because he's too animated, right? Montez Ford is a little bit too animated to be a heel. And I think that's why they kept him baby faces. So that's why he couldn't really go anywhere with Angelo Dawkins as a heel tag team, because they're too animated. They're too much of the life of the party. They're too much out there, bro. But as a single star, man, this dude is 35. His time is right the fuck now. I think Montez Ford is sitting anywhere between 34 and 35 years old. His time is right the fuck now. It's not yesterday. It actually was yesterday. I take that back. It's not tomorrow. It's not the day after. It's not the day after that or the week after. It's now. His time is now. You got to capitalize on his prime while you still can now. This man has the it factor now. And that's no disrespect to Dawkins or anything like that, but he really is dragging your boy down in Montez Ford. So Montez Ford can go places that, we wouldn't even imagine, I believe. I think he would at least, if not world champion, obviously not, because there's a lot of people in that spot. Let's not ignore the elephant in the room. Everybody can't always get their turn at the same time, because there's a lot of people at the top of the card right now. But you can always find wiggle room to work them up, from the lower card. You can start them off as a lower card talent to the mid card talent, all the way up to around maybe 2026, 2027, right? And give him a world title shot, or probably even before that, depending on how much you choose to work on his work ethic throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? But regardless, his time is today, man. And he's right to voice these frustrations, and he's also right to have them, which is why I believe personally that he's not going to be chastised for it or punished for it. Because here's the thing. They know and they see. Triple H ain't stupid. They know and they see their talent. This is why WWE has more management over their social media platforms than AEW does. Because they know how to be mature adults about expressing themselves and getting what they want. When the time calls for it, that is, right? I mean, honestly, that's just how I feel about it. Montez Ford, should definitely be the top of the card as a single star. No more Street Profits. The Street Profits are dead to me. And apparently, I don't think he was trying to throw shade at Dawkins, but he threw some low-key shade without trying to throw low-key shade, man. I think he was, in hindsight, saying that the Street Profits are dead. Anyways, I think that's what he was saying. That's where I get from it. He will never openly admit this, but that's what I take from it. He's trying to say in the calmest, the most passive-aggressive way, the most mature way possible, that the Street Profits are dead. Dead in the water. DOA. Done. Cooked. Sayonara. It's over. Which, at that point, I will agree with him. And I think it's time to start putting some shine on him as a single star. But what do y'all think, man? I don't know. I just feel like his time should have been not even what I'm talking about in this video. When I said a year from now, next week, man, I think his time should have been last year, 6 months ago, as a single star. But that's just me, man. Let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Oh, I got a dinner to eat, man. Peace. Deuces. And we out this piece. See you. What's up?